if rustic is your thing, you're gonna love this.
Hi. You think I have something in my hand? Oh, you'd come eat out of my hand, but I don't have anything yet. I'm gonna go get some more corn, and then I'll feed you, okay? Oh my gosh, look at how many there are. That's a lot, Dad.
Look at that one just put his paw on the other one's head.
Oh, there's another. Look, guys, we have a family of deer. Come on, Lulu. Come on, Lulu. Come on, Lulu. You did it! You did it, Lulu! Oh gosh! Was that a lot? Was that a lot of work? Oh my! Look at Samson. He's having none of it. Oh! Oh my!
Okay, so this video is completely last minute. In part, I'm going to get into that. We've been on the road for about 3 weeks. We bought the RV. We went to Israel for 6 weeks. We came back, kind of hit the ground running, had some projects to do in South Texas. It was so hot there, like 95 degrees in our rig. I just couldn't film. There was just no way I could do it. It was kind of miserable. And then we spent a couple of days in an awesome park called Travelers World right outside of San Antonio. And then we moved here to Thousand Trails in Lake Medina. It's our first ever stop at Thousand Trails. Those of you who know me personally knew someone had broken into our truck or had access to our truck while we were away in Israel and actually wiped our account clean, which we didn't know. It was kind of happening over weeks, little by little, and finally it was kind of just wiped out. So, interestingly enough, we had paid for a Thousand Trails zone pass a week before this happened. So about a week ago, we paid for this zone pass. 2 days later, our entire account is wiped clean. And so here we are. Thank God we did that, because we've been able to jump in here and be in Thousand Trails kind of for free. You know, once you pay your zone pass membership, which I think was $450, $500, and we paid the extra $200 for the Trails collection. So as this all gets settled, which we've heard is going to take probably about a month for our funds to be reimbursed, you know, all the stuff, we are going to jump park to park in the Thousand Trails campground. So this is our very first day at Lake Medina. And you know, I saw so many reviews, really mixed reviews about Thousand Trails in general, but also about this park. You know, people raved about it and people hated it. We even were looking at the reviews from the weekend before we came, and they were kind of scathing. For one, I'm here in June 2019. The pool's closed, and apparently the pool's been closed since January. We just found out from another member tonight. And so quite honestly, we were staying at a great resort, Travelers World in San Antonio. If you've never stayed there, it's like a 10-minute Uber drive to the Riverwalk. It was amazing, more like a resort style RV park, I guess. And so, you know, we weren't quite even sure what we're driving into. And as you're driving this long, it's a very beautiful drive, but then you're turning into some kind of sketchy areas to get back here. And I'm thinking, oh no, what are we pulling into? And we were warned about the potholes driving in. We were warned about all sorts of stuff. But as we turned into the park, it was quite beautiful. It's really rustic. Now for us, that's kind of what I was dreaming of when we sold everything and wanted to do this lifestyle. It wasn't to be in condo land. I wanted to be kind of out in the middle of the woods. This place is awesome for that. You are right in it. There's several key spots. You can either be down by the river, down by the lake, excuse me, or up here where we are. The reason we picked this spot, it was the last 50 amp spot that was available. And we picked it, and we've had almost absolute privacy in the middle of the woods. We have all of these deer. I'm going to drop in some video of these deer who come and they just eat out of the palm of your hand. So every morning you wake up, you open your slides, and you've got wild turkey and deer. And now, if that is your thing, you are going to love this place. And even the thing with the pool. We're from Florida. We're pool people. It would have honestly never occurred to me, this is going to sound crazy to some of you, but to go down and swim in the lake, it just, I don't know, ew. You know, in Florida, we don't really do that. It's hot. There can be amoeba. There can be all sorts of stuff in those lakes, and alligators and water moccasins. And, you know, I'm more apt to go into the springs, Rock Springs. We've lived right by the springs for years and years, than a lake. That being said, because the pool was closed, we happened to go down, drive down to see the lake, and we got in the first night, and we kept going back every day. It was so awesome to jump in with the dogs. We played more down at the lake than I could have ever anticipated. And I can say that we never would have done it at all had the pool been open. And so it was amazing. We are about to go through our very first thunderstorm. So we left the lake, we came home from church, came up, left the lake, and it was blowing, and there's all sorts of thunderstorm. We've never been in a thunderstorm or even really heavy rain in our RV, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. But we packed everything up really quick. We're supposed to be moving tomorrow. We need to be moving kind of every 4 days to stay within our system and to be able to do it as long as we can without having to pay too much money out just because of our financial situation right this minute, which again, it's just kind of part of the journey. So we look at this as a blessing. Hey, we would have never jumped park to park this many times. We would have never gone on the lake, but you know, it's part of the adventure. So I'm going to drop in some footage. I got really discouraged while we were in Israel, not because of Israel. Israel is awesome. But I got really discouraged because I had shot so much footage the first week to do a vlog about Israel. And when I checked the footage, none of it had audio. And so I think that just kind of, I don't know, just kind of discouraged me for shooting video. Then my phone was glitched. Just got a new phone. Anyway, I'm back at it. And since we're going to be hitting so many Thousand Trails parks, I figure I'm going to shoot a video for every park that we go to, give you an honest review. There's tons of YouTube videos out there about Thousand Trails and even Lake Medina. I can say this, if rustic is your thing, you're going to love this. You really are. If cement slabs and perfectly manicured lawns and pools is your thing, this is probably not for you. So, you know, it's really what you're looking for. Out of every place we've stayed, my kids say, I say this about every park, but out of every place we've stayed so far, which isn't that many, I've only stayed at a total of 4 parks. This is my absolute favorite. It's exactly what I was hoping for. We've had a campfire every night, deer eating out of our hand. It's been awesome. Anyway, see you next week. Check out, I think we're headed to Lake Conroe, which is in Willis, Texas, if the weather permits. And then on to Whitney, Texas, and then we're headed towards the East Coast. So, we'll see you soon. Okay, pull away slowly, Larry.
No!
Don't let him out. Don't let him out.
Holy crap!
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Watch Samson. Look at this. How many do you think there are?